got a single digit budget, $100 rings, $1,000 cutlass and $1 million dream. I want a 7-digit budget, 100 diamond rings, 1,000 screaming for me, that's my $1 million dream. I got a single digit budget, $100 rings, $1,000 cutlass and $1 million dream. I want a 7-digit budget, $100 rings, 1,000 screaming for me, that's my $1 million dream.
Hey guys, what's going on? Kyle here with the Car Guys, bringing you a brand new video. I'm going to be talking about Banlist predictions and what I've discussed with a few players for my locals from the team and everything, and what we kind of think might end up happening on the list. And we had this humongous card pool of cards that we thought, hey, this might get hit, hey, it might not, hey, 100% this card's probably going to get hit, and we need to go ahead and get rid of them all now. We have a few of these cards, and I want to mention just a few of them with you guys to get your brains thinking of, what if something like this happened and these cards did get hit. So, as you guys see, this will be my predictions for the upcoming ban list, which I believe are going to happen in the first week of April. So, let's go ahead and get into it here. As we see in this particular format right now, Draco Pals are obviously still running rampant. It's probably the best deck. People could argue, but me personally, I still think it's the best deck. You have decks like Monarchs now. You have decks like Burning Abyss, PK Fire, whatever you want to call it, with the Phantom Knights. You have Monarchs, like I said. You have Cosmo. You have Water. Water got good because of this card that just came out in Gold Series. And you have just these so many different decks that you could actually play, and different variants of these decks that, make each and every deck very unique and a way that you can play. And some of these cards aren't fair. Let's just go ahead and put it like that. I'm going to go through a few of these cards that I think might end up being pretty much taken away, or, something along those lines. First card I want to talk about is obviously Emergency Teleport. That's probably the #1 card right now. A lot of people on a lot of people's list that need to go. Obviously because of the Cosmos. Cosmo, you can just E-Tele into a tin can and just do your play. Like, you can literally just set your cards, play E-Tele, tin can comes out, get the card to your hand, tag it out for the card, and game over. Like, it's just that good. And if you back it up with strikes and call the Haunteds, the deck can't be beaten a lot of the time. So that's obviously #1. Me, I don't know if that's gonna happen, because as we see now, with what happened with Burning Abyss, is going to be the same thing happening to Cosmo. I don't think a lot of the support cards are going to get hit. I think the actual archetype itself is going to get hindered a little bit, because you still want the deck to be playable to a sense of where Konami's still going to make their money, if you catch my drift. So E-Tele might end up being the card to get hit to one. Maybe. Another card that in Cosmo you could probably see, which is a support card, is Call the Haunted. Call the Haunted's a really good card too, and I think that is probably a very good contender of getting hit to one. Obviously, from the past little while, we've seen Call the Haunted being used in Satellas, and Satellas were so good because of that. And then obviously now we have Call the Haunted in Cosmo because of Tin Can, and it's an outright blowout if you have the right cards. So another card that I want to talk about, sort of kinda, is Dart Destroyer. I don't understand, it's like the biggest part of the deck, but that card is literally the best card in the deck. So that card might end up getting hit to 2. It could hinder it a lot. I understand that the deck can kind of recycle their own cards, but hitting that card to 2 or 1 probably would hinder the deck, and obviously create a phase in the game where nobody's gonna be playing the deck. So that's my thoughts on Cosmo. There's a trap card that I know that I'm literally on the fence about, but I know that it's been on everybody's mind, and that's Solemn Strike. Solemn Strike is a card right now that is just running rampant, and you need to play 2 or 3 of this card, and it's the best trap card in the game right now. And even players that don't play trap cards, who are against trap cards, know that this card has to be played. Obviously it's not like Scolding. Scolding stops everything. It's like it's a card that's reactive towards special summoning monsters, or the effect of monsters, something along those lines. And that card being a 3 of, that's only 1,500 life points you have to pay. That's insane. And obviously it's only been out for like a month or 2, and by now, like, just that card has been such a big staple in everybody's decks. As you guys saw, like when Tengu Plants in Samurai format back in 2011, everybody was playing 3 Solemn Warning and a Solemn Judgment in their deck just to combat plants and just to combat, you know, 6 Samurais. So we're adapting those types of changes in today's format just like that. Another card I would like to talk about is actually going to be Instant Fusion. Instant Fusion, I think, is a very powerful card. We've seen a lot of abusive plays that you could do with it. We're going down the line. I mean, Nodin's obviously a really big contender, and is the reason why Instant Fusion got as big as it got, was because you can just special summon and just abuse your cards. Instant Fusion also adds to that because what does it do? It adds extra cards to your hand. Technically, you can go in Feral Imps, you can get your card to your hand, start your combo off with Pepe, things along those lines. Mermail's got it really big because they can use the Dragoons effect to get it to the grave. You can Instant Fusion back Nodin to bring it back out and get Dragoons again. So it heightens your ceiling when you make your plays with your decks. So obviously Instant Fusion is another card. Another card that I mean, there's so many cards that we could debate about. I'm thinking Pantheism could be another card that's obviously the Monarch card. The reason I say that is because it's not once per turn. The deck has a lot of flaws with it. They call it Brick City for a reason. But Pantheism is literally one of the most broken cards of, like, honestly, you can just use it anytime you want and you can recycle it. My buddy Kyle ended up playing an Artifact Monarch deck, and he only went to game 1. He only went through game 1 with a Monarch player like round 5 of the regional, and the only reason he won that game is because he knew how to recycle his Pantheism every single turn, get into his cards and keep on blocking and adding cards to his graveyard for his trap cards. To me, that deck is the new perfect circle. That deck can literally do that thing every single turn and get back the cards you need and recycle from the banish zone, and it literally just does this little number right here. That card is stupid, and it's a 3, and you can dump anything you need to the grave and just go off from there. And then on top of that, you can banish it anyway to choose 3 cards that are spells from your deck, and then your opponent chooses one. That's stupid too. So the card has literally 2 really good effects, and then you can recycle it with the deck in general. I think Pantheism, you know, obviously you could see that card definitely go to 2 or 1. I really don't know. A card that might you end up seeing getting banned. I wouldn't say Brilliant Fusion. I'd probably say Seraph Knight. People might still be able to use something along the lines of Brilliant Fusion. You never know. But I think Seraph Knight is the biggest problem because you can normal summon twice, which is retarded. So that's another one you could think about. The list could go on and on. You could talk about Face Off being the best card in the Draco Pal deck. You can think Luster. Luster could be, you know, that card. You can also say something like, oh, Ignister. And again, like, this game's going to change so much because you have the new Cherry Blossom card coming out that can just wipe out everybody's extra deck and just, so Cosmo's going to be the best deck. Like, you never know. You never know what could happen. Whatever you guys think could happen, definitely let me know in the comments below. You could see, obviously, Ignister going to 1, you could see Luster getting banned, Face Off getting limited, something along those lines. Hell, even Vector going to 1. You never know. Like, that might be a key thing that could happen with the deck, is Vector going to 1 and the whole deck just goes to complete shit. You never know. But yeah. And that's going to do it for the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to leave without leaving a like. And if you didn't like it, refresh it, give it a second try. I guarantee you'll like it that time around. This has been Kyle the Car Guys. And don't forget, we're going to have a special segment coming up later in the next month or so with this one right here. Say hi, Ashley.
Hi.
All right, that's all. That's it. She needs to get out of here now. All right, cool. Well, this has been Kyle the Car Guys. See you guys later. Peace.